leather and then covered with canvas and painted. This particular piece, because it was designed specifically for SCA Combat, was meant to go over the top of a traditional shoulder cop, right? So to do that, and because we use a rattan weapon, what I did was make these out of flexible leather. So it's not completely hard-boiled leather. It's actually 2 layers of thick, dense leather, but there's a little bit of give, and I don't know if that's showing up on the camera. You can see there's just a little bit of flex there. And the thinking there is that if this is hit with a rattan weapon, not only do I have the shoulder protection, but that's going to allow the Ailette to give just a little bit. Whereas the traditional, more historical method of making these out of wood with wrapped canvas would probably cause those to break or splinter. The other thing I did for SCA Combat, or this again would probably apply to LARP, is that this is actually not painted. This is actually a thick vinyl sticker, basically, that is cut and put over the top and then sealed. The reason for that is that because as that Ailette takes hits, which I anticipate I'll get hit on the shoulders eventually, that paint would crack and it would just look like garbage after a while. So by using this thick, almost vinyl, weatherproof sticker material, which I actually just created and designed myself from Sticker Mule, that actually is able to be replaced. So as that wears out or as that breaks, I've got replacements that I can just throw over the top and cut in size. So it makes it a little bit faster and a little bit easier. Plus, I could get the artwork exactly right. So by using leather, that gives a little bit of flex, and then that's actually just tied onto the back of a traditional or more of a modern sport cop. So this doesn't necessarily have a very historically accurate cut to it. I did install lace points up at the top, so this can be attached to a gambeson, it can be attached to chainmail. So this can go over a hauberk, right? If you want it externally, or I can actually remove the Ailette and then put this underneath a mail hauberk so that this is kind of hidden armor. But by using those 2 layers of leather that you can see there just glued together, and then for the glue to attach those 2 layers of leather, I didn't rivet them or sew them, which you could do, which would be even better. I just actually used a barge cement and glued those 2 layers together, and it actually works really well. And then I sealed the edges, so they were then painted, they were sealed, and then the graphic was put over the top of it. So it gave just a little bit more flexibility. The other reason I didn't sew or rivet those 2 layers is because I didn't want them to break apart when they took impacts or took hits. So give someone some ideas, hopefully, that if you want to install Ailiettes and you're using them for actual combat, this might be a good way to allow that to work.